Question 11. Aircraft is flying away with 10 degrees starboard drift. Heading is 300. Variation is 5 east and OBS is 155. So now starboard drift. If there is a starboard drift, that means your heading is less than track. Now heading is how much? 300. So track will be how much? The drift is 10 degree. So track will be 310 degree. Now you are flying away from a station. You are flying away from the station. That means this track is track away from the station, also known as QDR. If QDR is 310, QDM will be 310 minus 180, which is equal to 130, which is equal to 130. So QDM will be equal to 130. So aircraft is flying away with 10 degrees starboard drift. Heading is 300 degree true. So heading is 300 true. Magnetic it will be equal to 295 degree. Magnetic it will be equal to 295 degree. Okay. Drift is starboard. Starboard drift you have heading less than track. So 10 degree starboard drift heading magnetic is 295 and track less than track. So track will be more than magnetic heading, which will be 295 plus 10, 305 degree. Now this is track away from the station, which is nothing but your QDR. If QDR is 305, QDM will be how much? 305 minus 180, which is 125, which is 125 degree. Now QDR is 305, QDM is 125, QUJ. The variation is 5 east. Variation east, magnetic least. That means magnetic will be less than true. So magnetic is 305. So QUJ will be more than 305. So 305 plus 5 is 310 and this will be 130. Okay. QTE will be QUJ will be 130 and this will be 310. So QDR is magnetic bearing from the station. QTE is true bearing from the station. QDM is magnetic bearing towards the station. QUJ is magnetic, true bearing towards the station. Now what is ADF? Let's find ADF. The formula for ADF is ADF or relative bearing equals to magnetic bearing to the station minus magnetic heading. Now what is QDM? It is 125. What is magnetic heading? It is 295. So 125 minus 295 is minus 170 plus 360 is 190. So relative bearing is 190. Relative bearing is 190. Now let's find CDI, the sensing and the to from indication. Now the track, you are located on 305. Let's draw this. This is NDB VOR. You are located on radial 305, the reciprocal of which is 125. Okay, and you are flying away. You are flying away on a heading of 295. You're flying away from this station at a heading of 295. Okay, so OBS setting is 155. In the OBS setting, you have put 155. So radial 155 is here. Opposite is 355. Section 335. Now there are two ways. Now there are two things to understand about this. You are flying away from the station. Aircraft is flying outbound, right? But the OBS setting, the OBS setting that the pilot has put is for inbound. So 155 is on this side of the VOR station. So to go towards 155, you will not have to fly outbound, but go inbound and then go towards 155. Okay, so OBS setting is one meant for inbound. So this is a perfect case of reverse sensing. Reverse sensing. Okay, this is a perfect example of reverse sensing. You are flying outbound, but the settings in the OBS are meant for inbound. So the you would have gotten normal sensing when in two cases. If in the OBS selector you would have put a radial of 305, you would have gotten from indication CDI needle in the center, or by putting 125, which is opposite of 305, you would have gotten center needle and two indication. Okay, so this is these two cases would have centered the needle with from and two indication. Now you are going outbound, so this will give you normal sensing. If you are going inbound towards the VOR, this will also give a normal sensing. But if you are going outbound and you have put this 125, that is inbound setting, so that is also an example of reverse sensing. Now you have put in your OBS setting, so sensing is reverse. I am writing it here. And 155 is the OBS setting, like I said. So that will give you two indication. Why? To go towards, you will have to go towards VOR, which is 155 is on the opposite side of VOR. So towards VOR. So you will get two indication over here. And now what will CDI show? Left, right, two dots left, two dots right. Let's see that. So over here, this is your NDB VOR. The fact that you have put radial 305, this is radial 335, this is radial 155, this is radial 125. Now the fact that you have put in the OBS selector 305, uh, correction 155 with a 2 indication, that means the indications given by the this OBS selector will be with respect to this 155. The OBS selector doesn't know that you are flying outbound. It reacts or it gives you the output depending on the input you give. If you give 155, all the indications will be with respect to that. So with respect to 155, you will have to fly inbound. You will have to fly. Now you are flying outbound. That is one thing. Forget that. But to go towards 155, you will have to fly inbound on radial 305. You are already on radial 305. All you have to got to do is fly inbound towards VOR because you have put 155. That is the purpose of your flight going inbound. Now to go to 155, you will not have to fly this radial. Okay, because if you continue flying inbound on radial 305, you will soon overfly VOR and then go towards radial 125. But you don't have to go to 125, you want to transition to 155. So which radial will take you towards 155? It is the opposite one, which is 335. So you will have to turn towards left intercept this radial 335, then fly inbound towards VOR on this particular radial, overfly the VOR, and then transition onto radial 155. So what will the CDI indicator show? The CDI needle will move. The CDI needle will move towards the left hand side. It will move towards the left hand side. Why left hand side? Because you are currently on radial 305. To go to radial 155, you will have to go to radial 355 inbound. When you are flying inbound, this becomes your left hand side, this becomes your right hand side. When flying outbound, this becomes your left hand side, this becomes your right hand side. Now the setting you have put in the OBS is with respect to inbound. So the OBS will give all left right indications with respect to that. It doesn't matter whether you're flying outbound or inbound. If you put inbound setting, the indications will be according to that. So 155. So that means to go to 155, we will first have to go to 335, then fly inbound and then transition to radial 155. And you can go to radial 335 if you make a left turn from 305. Okay, and then fly inbound like this. If you don't make a left turn, you continue flying straight like this, you will transition to radial 125. Okay. So what will the CDI indication show? The answer is the CDI indication will show you a left indication, a left indication. And why is this reverse? Reverse sensing, the reverse sensing because you are flying outbound, but the setting that you have put is for OBS setting is inbound setting. OBS setting is inbound. So that's why you fly outbound, the setting you put is inbound. So that's why this will generate a reverse sensing. See, also you're flying outbound, right? And the CDI is showing you to fly left. Okay, like here, to fly left. So if you follow the CDI needle, fly left, you will erroneously make a left turn like this, which is wrong because you are expected to make a left turn over here with this perspective. Okay, flying inbound perspective, not with respect to outbound. So that's why it's called reverse sensing, the reverse. So you have to follow the opposite of what needle says. If it tells you left hand turn, you make, in case of reverse sensing, you will do the opposite of that, the reverse of that. You will make a right hand turn, intercept radial 335 and then fly inbound. Otherwise, like I explained to you here, fly inbound from the beginning, then make a left turn, follow the needle. But if you're flying outbound and you have put a setting which is for inbound, okay, so you will have to follow the opposite of what needle says, that is fly right. So with this, we come to the end of this lecture. I hope you have understood all these questions that we have done today. You are comfortable solving the previous questions also. Let me know your questions, your doubts in the comment box. And don't miss the next videos of VOR, RMI, EDF chapters. Very important from the point of view of exam. Hit the like button if you have liked this lecture. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And share this video with all your friends and peers. Thank you. All the best.